We're so back.
The We're So Back is invincible.
It's here. It's now.
It was over. It was very over.
It was so over.
It was so over. And now we are so back.
So back.
No.
Everything's recording, so
Yeah,
we're on right now. We're live.
Dude, it's smoky.
Ooh,
Alex, we have began.
We're
back. And we broke the silence with a Mate Libre.
We're so back.
The We're So Back is invincible.
It's here. It's now.
It was over. It was very over.
It was so over.
It was so over. And now we are so back.
So back. It's so true.
Okay, wait. Tell me what you're going to
Okay. So, when you say you send an email and then you forget that you sent it. So, remember we went to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
And my initial flight was delayed over 3 hours. So when the plane landed and I had data again, I immediately sent an email. Because if your flight's delayed over 3 hours for circumstances they could control, they owe you money back. And a lot of people don't know this, number one, or number two, they're too lazy to do it. So I emailed them, totally forgot about it. And I get an email today. They approved it and they're sending me an e-transfer.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
How much money did you get back?
Oh, it's a low budget airline, so $125.
Whatever.
I was like, that's so cool. That basically now covered half of my next trip.
Yeah, good. Or at least now you paid for your initial trip is like half off, or how much was the ticket?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't remember, but
okay.
It's still
probably wasn't that expensive though. Quarter of the trip, third of the trip.
No, because I bought it the day before, so the tickets are
something like that.
Yeah, but regardless, it's kind of like they're assuming that not a lot of people are going to do that because it's a little bit of an inconvenience. Right?
That's how they do it. So they put the onus on you. They won't just give you the money back. It's contact us if you want to take.
You have to request it.
Smart.
You have to request it.
That's smart.
And that's not their policy. That's like the airline protection.
Oh, gotcha.
Like passenger protection.
Works out for them pretty good though.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's going to request.
No, I guarantee you, 99% of people on that plane didn't do it.
Really?
I guarantee you, I was one of the only ones. Because people don't know about it. People don't know about it.
Really?
Yes.
A lot of people fly.
People don't know about it. I'm telling you.
Oh, they can get money back?
I was people watching all day, and people don't know about it.
All right. Well,
and then because it's an inconvenience. They have little kids. They don't have time, or they get off the airplane, they go to their destination, and they just totally forget. And you only have a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
From your flight.
Oh,
I did it as soon as we landed.
There's a deadline
because I was in the last row.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So everyone had to get off the plane. So I had time. I just quick email, and unfortunately my flight was delayed over 3 hours.
Okay.
But at the same time,
dope.
I got some money back.
Yeah, it's dope.
But this is like what I was talking with one of my clients this morning. It was like another reason is because people's attention spans are just becoming non-existent. So they wouldn't even have the attention span to sit there and whatever. This is why I brought something up to her that she didn't realize. I was like, have you noticed that even the length of songs is getting so short? Like, I remember songs being 3, 4, 5 minutes. Now they're under 3 minutes.
I don't know. I don't listen to that much popular music.
Yeah, they're short now.
I don't know.
These songs are short now because people can't pay attention to the whole song. Right? Until Chris Stapleton comes out with a banger and it's
this isn't that long.
4 and a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And you're I want it to be 8 minutes.
Yeah, it might be over 4 minutes.
It is over 4 minutes.
I just love it so much. It feels like it goes by.
My mic is syncing.
So wait, tell me about what happened this morning with Josie.
Yeah, so I saw Josie. I told her, I was like, yeah, if it takes over an hour to do this like crazy leg workout, I'll stay and whatever, finish this workout. Cause she's always like, you can go, I can finish it. I was like, no, no, no. I wanna be with you to the end.
Yeah.
And we had a great leg day. So last week was just kind of getting to know her. And then this week we like on some of the exercises like quadrupled the weight.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like what ones?
Like the Bulgarian split squat, the leg press.
Yeah.
We went heavier leg extension, leg curl.
Leg press is so
Squat.
easy to
We
load.
went heavier on every single
Yeah.
one.
Dope. How long did it take you? It probably took an hour and a half?
How did we get there? Well, we were setting up like mics. So it was probably an hour 15 workout,
Yeah, okay.
which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Plenty.
And you guys mic'd it up?
Mic'd it up.
Sick.
Got some
So
content.
is she just throwing it on Instagram, or is there gonna be like a vlog thing?
I don't know.
Or
We have no idea. Because I have half the videos on my phone
We
that I didn't send to her yet.
Okay.
So I'm seeing her in a few days.
Have you talked to Alex about this? Excuse me. Miking up us
Yeah, we
for
got
a workout?
We got to mic up.
Alex, we're miking myself and Sam up for a crazy workout. We should do a leg day. No, we should do bench.
Back.
We're glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I
Something
don't
with
really
a B.
care. Actually,
Something with a B.
I actually don't really care. We'll do whatever.
No, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't really matter. We'll do it all.
But
Yes. Yes.
we
yes,
do
yes,
back
yes.
day and we say we're so back.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. Yeah, we can do a back day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I'm sure you've had a lot of clients, like since they can't see it, it's hard for them. They don't know when they're shrugging too much, or they
specifically
don't know
training back.
Yeah, it's just like it would be beneficial for us to use it as a educational tool as well as content.
I think it'd be good for people to see us like troubleshoot in the moment, different things. And like you and I haven't trained together.
In a while.
Yeah, like a full session.
Well, I think the last one we did was filmed.
Also, Stu has me doing these single arm cobra lat pull downs. Have you seen those? Where like you're lying sideways on an incline bench, like this, and
Yeah.
the cable
Oh
attachment's
yeah,
up
I
there.
love
So you
that.
get a crazy stretch. It's like if you, yeah, like it's
Yeah.
probably the most you could get. You could train the lat in a stretched position. It's pretty intense. It's aggressive.
So good seeing Stu and Jem in person.
Yeah, 100%.
Big shout out.
Big shout out.
It was so awesome being in Florida.
Yeah, that was the best trip of my life.
Yeah, like
That was so good.
yeah. Why?
It was just important
Yeah,
for
that's
my
true.
life.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I think I'm gonna keep that private.
Uh,
Yeah, it was just very important. There was a lot of, I think it was important on like without saying specifically, but it was important financially, it was important professionally and business wise, it was important spiritually, it was important relationally.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it just hit every facet.
That's
It was important
fantastic.
socially. It hit every single thing where I'm like, this leveled me up in a way or showed me a perspective that I needed to see that I didn't have before in so many ways. It's like, this was good. That was
That's
the first,
huge.
that was one of the first times I was genuinely recharged after a vacation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
usually you want to get back to work.
That's why like people will judge me for like not enjoying or not taking vacations. And like part of it is valid and because I struggle to take work off just inherently. Like I have workaholic tendencies, which are not healthy. But also like I don't, there's no, on the flip side, there's no incentive for me personally to take work off because I don't enjoy it. I haven't historically enjoyed it. Some people are like, oh, just take time off, relax. I'm like, but I can't. Like I don't want to.
You don't want to be blackout on a beach for 7 days straight?
No, I mean, like, definitely don't want to traditionally take vacations like other people would, I guess. Like, I'll take it my way, you know?
Yeah.
There's a way that I like to actually decompress, and it's not the same as how other people do it. But I don't know. It's not as easy as just being like, oh, take time away. That's what you need. It's like, yeah, but like there's layers to it. It's like I need to be able to actually decompress and check out, and I need to like find that what that formula is. And I think Florida helped me find that formula.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's sick. Like, and I think I'm figuring it out now.
Yeah.
So I can take these like little trips.
Yeah.
Or whatever they are, breaks whether they're trips or not, but these little breaks throughout my year that I think actually can recharge me and then make me more productive with like things I care about when it comes to like business or work.
Well, and we are taking a lot of business trips later this year
Yeah, I have a
too,
bunch
like
planned this
a lot
fall.
of like fitness conference related. I am so hyped to go to the Olympia again.
Yeah, that'll be
I
fun.
am so excited to share that with you and our friends that are going. Um, it's I really hope that I'm not just putting when I went in 2018 on a pedestal and then, building it up and then you're just like, "Oh, this is okay." Like, so I'm gonna just kinda stop
I do that
talk
with everything.
I'm gonna stop talking about it
Anytime I
again.
love something, I'm like, it's the greatest thing in the world. And then the next time I enjoy it, I'm like, oh, it didn't live up to my impossible
Right? Like
expectations.
but my dad does that where so the cottage, right? He was like, "Ah, it's just this old cottage and we like it's so dark and da da da." And I went and I was like, "This is the nicest cottage I've ever been to." I was like, "Why did you do like?" And then he's like, "I'm not doing it on like I think he just is so stressed about it financially
uh,
that he makes himself not like it,
yeah,
that it's easy to get rid of because he thinks
sure.
it's just, oh, this is just and he did it with his condo too in Grimsby. He's like, "Ah, it's just so tiny and, like, whatever." And we get there and I'm like, "This is great.
Mhm.
This looks so nice. This is perfect for one person or two or whenever, if whatever, or us to stay over. Fantastic view. Like, it's beautiful." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Glad you guys like it." Like, you downplayed this so hard.
That's the move,
So
though.
it's like people playing with expectations and stuff, which is something that obviously I improved on recently was expectations in general. Um, and not realizing I had so many, especially of you and other people in my life, and not realizing like this would have been called the Sam show, right? Because I was pretty selfish,
Mhm.
right? So it was like, oh, like, uh, what am I getting out of X, Y, and whatever? What am I like?
Can you think about an example, even just small,
Um, yeah, I guess, like with you or with
in the relationship or professionally or with anybody, friends or
yeah, I guess some like a
family?
friend one was um, like expecting people to text me on prep asking me how I'm doing.
Mhm.
And it's like, why don't I message them and be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like it was very like Sam focused. I'm doing something so hard. Why is not everyone giving me all the attention? It's like, and I'm gonna get attention, especially on show day. Like that's not it. And say of you, it was like kinda just expecting you to read my mind and then maybe not communicating well about it, so it's like, if I was, like, expecting you to be home at a certain time because I had to sleep, um, and then just being too aggressive communicating about that, so it would be like, "Well, you have to be here at this time," and da, 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 whatever it might be, and you're like, "Hey, okay," like, you coulda just totally asked me that calmly or I was quite aggressive a lot of the time. Um
Do you think that's common
oh,
with
yeah.
bodybuilding prep?
I think it's common with bodybuilding prep and gen pop.
What do you mean?
I think
Oh, just
people in
in
relationships,
relationships?
I think women in general,
What specifically do you mean? What's common?
I'm gonna call out all women right now. We expect men to read our minds based on how we're acting. So we're gonna be there, sitting there acting like, ha, ha, and we expect our men to be like, oh, she's like really flustered about something. Let me think about what I did and then let me nail it and then tell her I'm sorry for that thing and then she'll be fine. Like, that's not how it's gonna work at all. I guess that's what I thought of, like, I didn't communicate well to you at all. Um, and that's not fair to you because then I had way too many expectations that weren't reasonable, right? Like, okay, yes, I expect you there's, like, a few expectations that are normal.
There's
right?
basic
Yeah.
expectations that are reasonable.
Be committed, don't cheat, whatever the big ones are. But it's like, I don't know, did you have an example of one that was not good of me that you can think of off the top of your head?
No, but they'll come to me because they're definitely we have lots, right? Just little examples probably.
Yeah.
Good. The one
Oh,
that
the
was
gifts.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
one. It was
yeah.
like, "Oh, you don't." It basically was me saying, "You don't love me if you don't give me gifts." It boiled down to it, right? Gifts is my love language.
Uh-huh.
So, if you don't give me that, you don't love me.
That's true. I guess a good example on that would be in reality how it played out was like you wanted gifts because you're like, this is how you show me love if you really love me because this is how I receive love. This is my love language or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't show me this on the frequency and intensity or whatever that I need, then I have a problem because I have an expectation of how much I should get that.
Yes.
As which is very self-focused as opposed to being like he'll buy me gifts within some reasonable amount of time or frequency and
Well,
that's okay because he's he'll show me love in other ways and uh he's human. Like it's just not going to be this perfect schedule of things.
that's exactly it.
Something like that. You know what I'm
When
saying?
I, um, went through a huge change, uh, got saved, um, and then realized that I was putting you on this pedestal that wasn't supposed to be where you were, um, I these expectations went away. I was able to then actually be a good partner
Right.
on my side and be like, have the capacity to be gentle and a safe place for you. And it's because now you weren't like here and supposed to then give me everything because you were like at the top, right? That's a place reserved for you know someone else. Um, which is it's just a massive change, which is fantastic. It's only been positive, and it only will continue to be. Um,
Yeah, you're way less
so
selfish than you were.
yeah,
Everything was very self-absorbed.
yeah,
Yeah, it was hard to see actually in the moment, even though it caused conflict.
yeah.
But
And it was like it makes sense because like my mom used to say it. Oh, it's always about you, Sam. No, no, no." And
mm,
I was like, thought I just like took it as like not true, or I tried to block it out, like, oh, it's not true, kind of thing. But I've been able to now um, reconnect with you, reconnect with a lot of my friends that I had pushed to the side because it was me, prep, bodybuilding, me, me. And, listening to someone talk the other day about like hero complex or whatever, like I was my own hero in my story. So it's like I couldn't see past things not being about me, I guess.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, it warps your whole perspective
yeah,
on existence, I think. Like,
right?
just
Because
how
you're just
you
like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Why is
uh-huh.
everyone right? You just like you're the victim in your own story because you're the
Mhm.
hero in your own story,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
it's like,
So if you're not being supported in some way, it's a problem with them.
sorry, the mic is literally touching my chest.
Yeah, it's all good. Fix it.
It was like
We're
touching my
good.
boob.
I could see it.
I was like,
I'm
but
getting me too'd
you
by
know
this
what?
mic.
Yeah. It's all about me and my mic, okay? But now I can like joke about it
Uh-huh.
and now I can see it in other people and
Mhm.
now I can share my experience and my positive change with other people, even in subtle ways, so that, it feels good because it's like now it's not about me.
Love it.
Feels awesome.
Got you all the way. I love it. You should also, um and we haven't talked about this in a while, but you should explain why you're wearing that medal because
Oh,
that did
yeah.
not exist before.
So I did my show. and
So I did a
it,
show.
so I did a show. It was my first show. No, it was my what, 10th or 11th show. And I won first place. Biggest class I've ever been in. 9 women in women's physique is like might as well be 100. It was amazing. It was there was enough for call outs. I don't think you had ever seen me in a call out,
I don't think so.
which was cool, right?
Mm.
They called my number, they kept me in the middle, they didn't move me. Oh, that's exhilarating. I can feel it again.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Because they put you through a few rounds, right? And
Yeah.
the switch a few people here and there. Oh, exhilarating.
The
Um,
call outs are exhilarating.
the call outs are
You should
exhilarating.
explain what that is, because a lot of
So
people listen that don't understand bodybuilding.
sure. So if there's more than 5 people, more than 5 or 6, because sometimes they'll do a call out with 6,
Mhm.
um, they
More than
will
5 or 6 what?
competitors,
In what? Like, what do you
your
mean?
height class.
Okay.
Um, they will do call outs, which first call out is typically first place to fifth place or first place to sixth place. And then second call outs is 6 to 10 or whatever it might be. Um, this is how they do the judging, right? So there used to be a ton of call outs like back in the day when the classes were huge because there was less shows,
Yeah.
right? So the shows were bigger because there was less of them. And it would be like it's more fun to watch in my opinion because then everyone's waiting on the side. So you go initially and they'll line you up 5 in a row and they'll just put you through like a few poses, then they'll bring out the other ones, they'll put them through then you do your presentation rounds. While you're doing the presentation rounds, they're kind of seeing what they think the judging is. Then they do the comparison where they'll do the call outs.
Okay.
Then they'll do the first call out. I was in that.
Dope.
And then second call out, obviously those women don't have a chance of winning at all.
Yeah. Right.
And then finals came, obviously, and then I got this, and then just missed out on the overall.
Which
But
would have got you your pro card.
would have got me my pro card.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Pro card at the next one.
Pro card
That'll
the
be
next one.
interesting because that'll be you'll be doing that. That'll be the first time. It'll be interesting to see changes you made in your life, which are extremely deep and profound, how that affects your passion in bodybuilding. 'Cause it'll be very interesting to see how you do that prep with, which is
This mind's
inherently
this
selfish and self-focused, and do it in a way that you just your perspective change.
Yeah.
How that is, influenced by that.
Oh, it's gonna be I think it'll be a lot calmer.
In what sense?
Um Prep can get very for me sometimes can just get very like complainy
Mm.
and like
Negative?
I guess. And it's like I always tell my clients like, you know, I tell them positive things and like I tell them I understand how they're feeling and like people are hungry and so you get like kind of cranky. Maybe not negative, just maybe like cranky and
I got you.
ugh. And I think it'll just be like now I can flip that to be like what is the silver lining here? Like what like find something positive in this cuz I do love it. I do love it.
And you're doing it voluntarily. So to
Exactly.
get
I
super
can
complaining about
stop
it,
at any point.
to
So
get
it's like
super complaining about it is kind of lame, right?
yeah,
It's like you're gonna have moments
it's
that you hate, and
it's
that's fine to,
it's selfish.
yeah,
And so if I'm very hungry to the point of even maybe hangry, I can just I don't have to say anything.
I
Like
mean,
I don't have to complain.
well, and that, and also realistically, because it is voluntary, it's like if you hate it enough, go eat food and stop prepping. Like
That's it.
you don't have to prep.
Yeah.
People are making you, or no one's making you prep.
Yeah.
So it is one of those things. Like if you're choosing to do it, it's like go ahead and suffer if you want to do it. You know what I mean? It's your thing.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And you do like it. The overall process you enjoy. You find passion in the whole process. So yeah, I think depending on how you look at it. You know what? I think looking at it differently too makes it more fulfilling. Potentially. I don't know because I haven't gone through it. But like looking at it through a different lens, I think is good.
I'm gonna end it before this mic gropes me again. It's heading there.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Thanks for listening to the show. You can follow Stay Peaked at Stay Peaked on any of our social media platforms. And you can find my personal information and Sam's if you want coaching from either of us down in the show notes below. Thanks for listening.